Hi, all of my dear students. Today, inshallah, we will continue our last day in our accumulation course, aeroplanes disappearance. So today we are going to take something is very exciting, okay, about disappearance of planes. One of the modern world interviewing sources of the mystery have been airplanes vanishing in the mid-flight. One of the more famous one of the more famous airplane that disappearance was in 1937 of pioneer woman aviator that mean like a pilot. It's called or her name called Amelia Earhart. Amelia Earhart. On the second age and second flight, she was trying to atom around the world flight. She had radioed her position as she and her navigator searched desperately for their destination. That was in a tiny island in Pacific Ocean. Okay, um, then the plane never arrived to Holland Island. Did it crash or sink or what happened to it? No one knows. Okay, it had been a long haul from New Guinea. A 24 flights, a 20-hour flight covering some 4,000 kilometers. Did Earhart have throw or have enough fuel to sit down on one of the islands, or she just crashed in the water, or did she end up somewhere else altogether? One of theory, okay, or she come to the island. One of the theories she had being captured by Japanese in the Marshall Islands and later executed as an American spy. Maybe that's an option. Another one, she said that maybe she her living out her days under an assumed name, another name, as a housewife in New Jersey. Okay, 70 years after Earhart's disappearance, myth pastors like Miss Posters continued to search for her. She was the best known American woman pilot in the world. Okay, people were tracking her flights and they were trying to find her, and suddenly she vanished into thin air. We have here vanished into thin air, that means to just say completely disappeared without any clue, without anything. Aircraft had developed rapidly in sophistication after World War One, with the 1920s, okay, and 1930s, marked by an acronatural or acronautical record-setting frenzy. Conquest of the air had become a global obsession, while Earhart was making headlines with her solo flights. Other aviators, other flights, other like pilots, like high-altitude pioneer Willie Post and industrialist Howard Hughes, okay, were grabbing some glory of their own, but only Earhart, the reversed tomboy from Kansas, who disappeared 3 weeks shy of her 40th birthday, still grips the public imagination. Disappearance has been the subject of at least 50 books, countless magazines and newspaper articles, and TV documentaries. It's seen by journalists as the last great American mystery. That something is mystery. They don't know what happened. There are currently two main theories about Amelia Earhart's fate. They don't know what will happen, so we have to theories. Okay, there were reports of distress calls, that mean fake calls or calls for help from the Phoenix Islands made on Earhart radio, frequently for days after G vanished. Some say the plane could have broadcast only if it were on land, so maybe she's on land, not in the water. Okay? The Coast Guard and later the Navy believing that calls, the distress calls were real, not fake. Okay? Adjust their searches and newspaper at the time reported. Earhart and her navigator were mirrored on the island. Like they captured on the island, no one was able to track the codes at that time. So, whether Earhart was on the land in the Phoenix Islands or there was a hoaxer in the Phoenix Islands using her radio remains a mystery. Other dismiss the radio calls as bogies and insist Earhart and her navigator like ditched in the water. And there are researchers called Elgin Long claim that Earhart's player plan ran out of gas within 52 miles of the island and is sitting somewhere in a 6,000 square miles area at depths of 17,000 feet. At that depth, the fuselage was still. The body of the plane. Still, you can in shiny. You can like pristine condition if even anymore were able to locate it. Even she in the mud, so you will locate it after that feat. So that's something not true or not sensible. It will be not even be covered in layer of cell. Those who subscribe to this explanation claim those fuel calculations, radio calls, and other considerations all show that the plane plugged into the sea somewhere off a howled island. Whatever the explanation, the prospect of finding the remains is unsettled. Too many to recover skeletal remains or personal effects would be aggressively experience and an intrusion. They just want to know where Emilia Earhart is, but that's so far or as far as they would like to go. As one investigator has put it, he said that, I am convinced that the mystery is part of what we keep us interested of this story. In a part, we remember her because she's our favorite missing person. And that's a good point. Now, let's answer the question. The question 1. Emilia Earhart nationality was, we said that she was American, and if she kept on the island as a prisoner, she would prefer that or believe that she is like American spy, so American. Question 2. All of the following theories about Emilia's fate except. So all of these are from explanation time, except what? So we have here she crashed the remote. That's okay. That's from one of her fate. The plane ran out of fuel. They also expect that. She was captured. They expect that. She crashed somewhere on Howland Island. Also, they expect that. But the one who's different, she escaped. Okay, she escaped a cognate and lived under a sumni. That's hard to believe. So they are not theory about her life and about her disappearance. Question 3. The most convincing evidence of the Amelia crash somewhere islands was, so the answer finding the aircraft or shining by island, so it will be distress signal from the phonics. We have some calls from the phonics islands on her particular radio frequency. That's something for days after her disappearance. Okay, the question 4. If the aircraft were ever covered from its probable or probable sea grave, so it will be number B and C. It will be in pristine condition and considered highly valuable, and it may reveal some great evidence. Okay, now the question number 5. The fate of Amelia Earhart still fascinates investigators for all following reasons, except, so they are all reasons, correct reasons, except what? So it will be except she may have staged her own disappearance. So it's hard to make yourself disappear by your own while you are like lone person. Question 6. The sentence below doesn't have any punctuation, so you have to bring the real punctuation, okay? So we have who's going to fly Kansas to Sydney and use the special return offer. So that's question, so we have to bring the question mark, and we have whose, that's abbreviation, so we have to put apostrophe s, and also we have capital letters Kansas and Sydney because they are countries. Also, we have the last thing like it's a special, so we have it put apostrophe s. Okay, so the answer will be number B. Okay, the question 7, choose the option where the best correct the error in this sentence. So the answer will be experience is written wrong in A and C. Okay, so it will be um, by the meaning, past experience tell me, so my experience, that's me, my experience tell me if I sit in a drought I will catch a cold, so it will be number E. Okay, now the question number 8. Far from being upright and moral, his behavior showed him to be fallible. What do you mean fallible? Fallible, that means capable of falling, or weak need, or capable of error, or immoral, or none of these. So it will be number C, capable of error, that you can make an error. Okay, question 9. The sentence below doesn't have any punctuation, also you have to put the punctuation. We have aren't, so we have to put apostrophe on the T because that's negative. Also we have the capital letter on, we had better go, and also we have don't apostrophe T, so the question, so the correct one will be number C. We aren't welcome here, said Jenny. We had better go, don't you think? Now let's explain the grammar rules. Use to and what. What is the difference between the use to and what? Okay, use to, we bring use to express about past habit. Okay, and we express what at the same past habit. What is the difference? The difference here that use to come to and we can use to for action and stative verbs, but would just come for action verbs. Okay. Also, we can use verb to be used to plus verb ing. That means to express something is happening. That means happen is continuous, or past happening was continuous in the past. Okay. So now let's make this explaining to understand it more by some questions on do as shown. Do as shown between the brackets. Scientists observe the migration of the animals. Okay, change it into passive. So we have to know this rule: verb to be plus bb, and we have to start with the object. The migration of the animals is observed. Is observed because there's a present. Is observed by scientists. Number 2, try to make it by your own. I didn't buy anything in that shop. change it into passive. So I can change it by starting with nothing. Nothing was bought in nothing was bought in that shop. Nothing was bought in that shop. Number three, I can't see what they do now. Correct. So try to correct this question. It will be, what are they doing? What are they doing now? Because this is something is continuous at present. Okay, so this is continuous present. So I have to bring am or is or are plus verb ing. What are they doing? What are they doing? Number four, Bell fell down. He hit his head. Try to join them. We will join them by using and. Bell fell down and hit his head. And you can also make Bell fell down and he hit his head. Okay? Number five, try to change into direct. Okay? So have here direct and change it into indirect. She said to her boy, don't lose your temper. So you have here use order, because this is an order, and try to attach the two words by to or not to. This is negative, so we have to attach it, the both sentences by not to. So the answer would be like this: she ordered her boy not to lose your temper. Number six, the Nile is the long river in the world, so it will be the longest. Excellent. Number seven, I drank some tea in the past, so you can make it or change it into negative in the past. I didn't drink any tea. And don't forget to bring the verb in infinitive, because it comes after didn't. Okay, so it didn't drink any tea. I didn't drink any tea. Number eight, he asked me who that man was. Try to make it direct, change it past. Okay, so we will put he asked me, and we will put comma and the brackets and start with the question who, and here the verb is was. We have to bring it past to the present. Okay, so he asked me who is this man? Who is this man? Because this, change it into that. Number nine, use enough to. Enough to, that means something is enough to do something or make something. Okay, so John was so clever that he answered all the questions. John was clever enough to answer all the questions. Number 10, Ali said, let's play tennis. Here we have a suggestion. So you can start and change said with suggestion. Ali suggested playing tennis. Ali suggested playing tennis. Number 11, I thanked the woman. She helped me. You can join the post sentences by using who, as we explained before in relative clauses. So it will be I thanked the woman who helped me. Now the question number 12. She said to us, don't be in hurry. We explained this before, so it will be she ordered us not to be in hurry. Not to be in a hurry. Number 13. He said, I'm a wise man, so I advise everyone to be honest and kind. Make it into indirect. He said that he was a wise man, so he advised everyone, advised in the past, okay, advised everyone to be honest and kind. Don't forget here to bring the verb in the past. Why? Because we have said in the past. Okay, so if we had the said verb in the past, we have to change the verb, promote the verb from present to past, and from past to past perfect. Okay, now number 14. While I returned home yesterday, I see two thieves. So it will be while I was returning home yesterday, I saw two thieves. Number 15. The postmen have delivered all the letters on time. Change it into passive. We will start with the object. All letters have been delivered on time by the postman. Now, number 16. What are you doing now? I asked Sarah. So you will start with I asked Sarah. I asked Sarah what she was doing then. Okay, what she was doing then. Okay, now number 17. Change number 16. You will change where by was. Okay, so was doing. Number 17. Are you having any guests this evening? I said to her. So we'll start with I said. I asked her because there's a question. I asked her if she was having any guests that evening. Now number 18. Samia so poor that she can't buy a new dress. 2. Samia is too poor to buy a new dress. Excellent. Number 19. He eating or eat when the phone rang. So it will be he was eating when the phone rang. So when followed by simple past, okay, and we bring before it simple past or continuous past, okay. So it will be she was eating or he was eating when the phone rang. Number 20. After I, so we'll bring the past perfect from have, had. So after I had my lunch, I studied my lessons. Okay? Number 21. While here is the opposite of when. So we will start with the past simple. Okay? So Karen made lunch while Peter was sitting the table. Okay? Number 22. We eat some ice cream. So it will be we ate some ice cream after we had finished. Okay, so after past perfect and before past perfect. So after we had finished. Number 23. Lisa used to eat croissant. So it will be used to eat. Okay. Number 24. I'm getting used to eating. It will be eating because we have here verb to be before used to. So I'm used to eating. Eating healthy food. The last sentence here. Did you used to watch TV? It will be use, not used. Okay. So the answer here, use. Thank you everyone, and you have to make like a conversation club with your friends. Start to speak about how to improve your English skills and start to express themselves and yourself by English ways and language function. Thank you and see you next time inshallah. Bye.